Hi guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Yes, YouTube video. My name is Pearl. All the people who are new, and if you're returning, hi, welcome back. I know it's been a while, and you're probably wondering, where have I been? Okay, why haven't I been posting, and what's been going on with me? If you follow me on my Instagram, then you watch my stories, then you probably know. But then if you don't, let me tell you real quick. Let me summarize it real quick. And obviously, if you don't want to hear, you can fast forward into the video. So basically, I got a job. Yeah, and it just the hours are a lot. So balancing that and balancing YouTube, it was very difficult, but finally I can balance the two. Okay, finally got to a point where I can balance the two. My body is now used to me working long hours, standing and doing all that stuff. I'm okay with it, I can handle it, and now I can get back into my thing that I love, which is talking on social media, and I want to continue doing it because I love it very much. I love inspiring people. I love talking to people and being like, hey, hi, you got this. But anyway, I'm back, and today's video, we're going to be talking about how to gain your confidence back. You know what I realized is that it's very easy to say things like, oh my gosh, why do you care about what other people have to say? It's easier said than done. It's like, okay, how do you handle being in the world? The reason that I feel like I was so, stop caring about what people have to say about you, was because I was in the space of my own comfort. I was in my own home. So it was very easy for me to say that because I didn't really have anyone that anyone that was telling me or looking at me and being like, oh my gosh, this looks disgusting. Oh my gosh, this looks like, I wasn't exposed to people's opinions. I don't count social media as real life. If you say something bad to me on social media, it doesn't affect me as much as it should, because of social media is not real life. So if you say something bad, it's fine. You're not in my personal life. You're not there. So your opinion is really invalid to me, right? That's me. That's just me. But yeah. So now that I'm finally in an environment where people have opinions, it's like, whoa, okay. But anyway, guys, let me jump into the video. The first thing that I am going to say is, my love, you gotta be assertive, okay? If you want to gain your confidence back, you gotta be assertive. You gotta be able to say no, right? You gotta be able to say no to people. You gotta be able to say, hey, listen, right now I cannot provide this for you. And if that person gets angry, there's literally nothing that you can do. You have to understand that you cannot control how other people feel. You cannot control how other people react to situations. You can only control yourself, period. And I know that it sucks, especially if you're anything like me and you have like a controlling nature. It sucks, but you can't do anything about it. Now, can you? Right? For example, if you are in a relationship with someone and somebody wanted to be in a relationship with that individual while you were still in that relationship with that individual, like let's say it's me and I decide to date, I don't know, Tabo, right? And after dating Tabo, who's this? Samantha comes and Samantha's like, hey, I also want to date Tabo. I'm gonna be like, girl, no, Tabo's mine, okay? Basically, because why? I don't want to share. Listen, child, we don't like sharing people, especially people we don't like sharing. This is where cheating is introduced, right? But hear me. If somebody said, hey, can I share your boyfriend with you? You would tell them no. It would come so easy for you to say no, because you understand that this person is someone that you love, right? It's the same with yourself. If you love yourself, if you love your time, if you value your time, value yourself, value all these things, you're not gonna just give them away. It's gonna be much more difficult for you to give them away. You might be tempted. I'm not saying that you won't be tempted. No, you will be tempted countless times, all the time. You're human. You're gonna be put in situations where you gotta figure out, like, is this thing worth it? Like, should I continue doing it? Should I? But you gotta get back to the whole concept of, no, not for me. You know, it was fun while it lasted, but not for me. Or you know what? I would do it, but no, I can't. I don't want to. You just gotta say no. So the point that I'm trying to make is when something is yours, the same energy that you would have towards someone saying they want to share your person with you is the same energy that you should have with yourself. Just say no. Be assertive with yourself. Be assertive with everything that you have going on in your life. It's gonna boost your confidence. Start saying no with little things. Like if you know that you don't want to give this person your eraser, say no. They'll be pissed. Say no. Okay? It's gonna build up. You know me, one thing about me, if somebody asks me for something and I don't want, I say no. I'm like, no. The next point that I wanna point to is the fact that in our day and age, guys, especially if you're on social media, you have a third person in your head, right? Okay, so you have you, and you have God, or the devil, whatever, or whatever it is that you believe in, whatever, right? And then you have the person of everybody else's opinion. That voice. There's a voice inside of your head of everybody else's opinion. What are people gonna think? People might say this, people might say that. You see that voice that says, what if people this, people that? Now that voice, that you should never listen to that voice, because that voice is a voice, it comes from fear, from doubt, it comes from like, it doesn't come from love, it doesn't come from it comes from feelings of fear and doubt. So listening to that voice, you should always be like, no. What if doesn't care about me, why should I care about it? Like what if this, what if that, what if. So basically stop listening to the voice inside of your head telling you that, oh my gosh, if you do this, what if this happens? Rather stay in your box, rather stay in your place. There's a verse there's a song that I was listening to by Chloe Bailey. She said, I don't ask for permission, I ask for forgiveness. And that verse, that line keeps playing in my head over and over and over again. Like every single time when I want to do something, it keeps playing over and over and over again in my head. It's like, wait a minute, what she means is, I'm gonna do something, and if it ends up hurting someone, I'll ask for forgiveness there. If I was not supposed to do it, I'll ask for forgiveness there. But I'm gonna do it, and then I'll ask for forgiveness. I'm not gonna ask for permission, I'll ask for forgiveness. I'm not gonna ask you if I should eat this. I'll say sorry for eating it. I'm not gonna take people's food. I'm just making an example, and I want to also make this example. I made a video a while ago on my Instagram and my TikTok. Right? If you don't follow me there, just go follow, child. It's amazing. Anyway, I made a video on my TikTok and my Instagram. I remember I posted it. That was like a long time ago. And I said in the video, if somebody came, if let's say right now you have a slice of pizza, like your favorite pizza in the whole wide world is Hawaiian pizza, the one with the little pineapples. I hate that pizza, but anyway, that's your favorite pizza, the one with the pineapples, right? You love it so much, it's your favorite. And if I came and I said to you that pizza is disgusting, it is disgusting, are you gonna view it in a different light? Like, oh my gosh, Pearl said that pizza is so disgusting, so I'm not gonna eat it anymore. But it's literally your favorite thing. Are you gonna stop eating it? No, I don't care if you have to have this. I don't care if you hate the pizza. It's my favorite, so therefore I'm gonna eat it. That's how you're supposed to be with literally everything. It's like, okay, I understand, sir, ma'am, that you don't like this, but I do. Thank you, that is your opinion. But just because you said something about something does not mean that is how I feel about that thing. It's like someone will literally say something about whatever it is that's going on in your life, or someone will give you an opinion about something when you didn't ask for that opinion, but you're stuck with that opinion. They've moved on. Like if somebody came to me and said, oh my gosh, Pearl, I don't like this top, it's so ugly. Now I'm gonna be stuck thinking about the fact that this person does not like my top, but they already moved on from that. They're not thinking in their heads, oh my gosh, I don't like that top. Oh my gosh, that top is so ugly. It's not replaying in their heads. It's not. It's not replaying. Unless if that person is a heartfelt individual. Well, if they had a heart in the first place, they wouldn't have walked up to you and said that thing is ugly. I'm just trying to say that. But anyway, that's not the point that I'm trying to make right now. The point that I'm trying to make is you need to understand that other people's opinions are not your business. Okay, it has nothing to. It's not your business. You should not stay with their opinions. They shouldn't roam around in your head. They shouldn't replay over and over and over again while they get to live on and continue with their lives. You're stuck in that one moment with what they said. It's not fair to you. You shouldn't do that to yourself. Okay? So how do you gain confidence back? By stop listening to the third person in your head. Stop listening to all the outside voices and the outside opinions of others. They're nothing to you. Another point that I want to make is you also need love. So be kind to yourself. You need to have this mindset that if you can't always expect people to give you love, why can't you give it to yourself? Listen, why can't you give yourself love? This is one thing that I gotta ask myself too. Like, why can't I give myself love? Why do I always feel the need to get it from other people? Can I take a chance on me and see how I would look if I loved myself first? Let me love myself first. Let me love me and see how that works out for me first. And if I crash and burn, okay, I can go back to wanting external love from others. But if it turns out, like, what am I gonna lose? If I love myself, what am I losing by loving myself? What am I going to lose if I start loving myself? So you need to understand, how do you gain confidence back? You also need love. Meaning, be kind to yourself. Be kind to you. What are you going to lose by being kind to you? What are you going to lose by giving yourself a compliment? What are you going to lose by saying, hey, I love me? If people think that I'm conceited, let it be. Okay, because think about it this way. It's like, there's this quote that I read on Instagram the other day. It was like, people are just sharing their moments on social media. You think they're bragging, and that's coming from a place of jealousy. If somebody thinks you're conceited because you love yourself, it's coming from a place of insecurity. That's what you need to understand. I'm just saying. Another point that I want to make is get to know yourself. How are you going to love yourself if you don't know yourself? Make that make sense. You're going to love something that you don't know? It's possible. It is possible. Right? It's like, for example, like for me, I don't know my kids, but I really love them. I already love my kids without knowing them, but I already know that I'm going to have them. Right? That's the thing. So, how do you love something that you don't know? If you don't know yourself, how are you going to love yourself? Can you please just spend time with yourself? Just once, just once a day. No, not even once a day, once a week, once a month even. If you need to start with once a month, let it be so. Start with once a month. Once a month, get to know yourself. Be like, what do I like? Man, like, what do the things that I like say about me? What do I like doing? I'm always thinking about other people and what they want from me, but what do I want from myself? Like, do I want to be out here doing this? Do I want to be this type of person, or do I want to be this type of person? What type of energy do I want to give off? Like, these questions, you should ask yourself these questions and just get to know yourself. Get to know who you are. And reintroduce yourself to you. The last point that I'm going to make, I had to add this one. Baby, you gotta pray. You gotta pray. If you are a Christian, baby, you gotta pray to God. And you gotta ask Him to give you confidence. But nonetheless, the point that I want to make about, before I jump into prayer, I want to say this. If you get validation from yourself, what happens when you don't feel like yourself? What happens when you have a bad day? You need to figure out where you get validation from. If it's not from God, then it's wasting your time. Because hear me, God stays the same every single day. Jesus, he stays the same every single day. He doesn't change, right? But we are constantly changing. We are constantly transforming. We're constantly having these emotions, that emotions. Like we're constantly being different people all the time, right? So that means that we are not constant like he is. That means that. So if we get validation from something that isn't rooted, then we're going to be wishy-washy and all over the place. If you keep going back to God and saying, hey God, listen, I'm sad again, I'm this again. If you get validation from him and he is the one that makes you feel good about yourself, it will never stop. He will never stop making you feel good about yourself. Even in your worst, guys, I remember there was a moment that I was crying. Okay, I was having a bad day. I was crying, and he changed that. He changed that. Like I just started feeling better after I prayed. You know, so get your validation from something that is constant, not something that is wishy-washy, not something that is like this. And humans are like this. Life is like this. The journey with God is also like this, but he is like this. He doesn't change. You know, he remains the same. It will always be, I love you. You did what? I love you. You did what? I love you. You did what? You're still the same person. You did what? You were still created in my image. You did what? You were still wonderfully made. You did what? You are still wonderfully made. Like it's the same. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to him. Like it's like, listen, you did what? Hey. So I'm just saying, child. But that's just me, right, guys? Oh my god, this was such a wonderful video. Like I loved everything that I said. I'm probably gonna rewatch it. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching my YouTube video. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, and come back to another one. I post every single Monday. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.